Showtime on equal sharing. Dusty, my hat little dusty. My Jamaica hat. Don't know, like I got some powder on it or some kind of thing, but we got it. We got it. So time to share up the screen. Let everybody know we are about to take off. And I'm gonna go live on TikTok a little bit too for a little second for the TikTok crew. So, oh no, I pressed the wrong thing for TikTok. Unequal SCA on equal sharing. That's what we're gonna do today. All right. So, how are we going? Hi. So you're late by 5 seconds. Really good. Hey, I tell you, I started 1 o'clock and I always start 1 o'clock. It only had one day I think I start 1:01. No, actually, I think I was late by 20 seconds. But we always start within like the 5 to 10 second region. 5 seconds. What really happening here, right? Mercy, please. So, believe it or not, we are at the 10th session. Somebody say booyah. Somebody say yes, boy. Number 10, the big number 10. Somebody say 10 in Spanish. One of those three scratch cinco siete ocho nueve diez. Yes, the big number 10. So this is the first question that we have to do. Just giving a couple seconds for people to pop in. A few hours ago, I was on a plane about 12 hours ago, and I'm back in Trinidad now. So made it back. I thought I was going to be in problems because the airspace in Barbados had shut down. So my flight was cancelled, delayed then cancelled. But we get our next flight and we inside. I'm very sleepy though. Remember you always trying to say that I was sleepy Friday when I did the extra session Friday. I'm sleepy for real now. I'm sleepy for real. I see some of you all don't know how to spell these, but don't worry, when SCA finish, standard 5 teachers are known to teach you all kind of things. They might teach you how to paint, how to sew, how to learn Spanish, go on field trips. Once you go in school, you're gonna be doing art and craft and all kind of things. SCA teachers, what do you have in store for these SCA students after SCA? All kind of things. I'm sure you might learn a little how to count in 10 in Spanish and things. 3 cousins receive 52 chocolates. So we're gonna do some unequal sharing. Please press like on the video. Remember to be respectful in the chat. Somebody say respect. Spell it with a key. Respect. Respect. I hope this is the right pencil that I always use because it's starting to look like it's not. And I looked all over for my pencil. If this pencil doesn't work, we cooked. Chat, we cooked. I might have to postpone this session, all kind of thing. So let's hope this works. So you could say a little silent prayer that this works. 3 cousins receive 52 chocolates as a gift. Liam. That's not how you spell respect for real. I must say how to spell respect the right way before you go and spell it the wrong way in the exam and say I say to spell it. This is the right way, right? But for kicks, just for fun, we spell it like this, right? Respect. 3 cousins receive 52 chocolates. I give Liam, he has 5 more than Noah. Who got 6 more than Ava? Liam, Noah, Ava. Ava is the base. Noah got 6 more. So put a plus 6 there. Liam got the same amount that Noah got, but an additional 7 more. That's called the box method. Rate out of 10 how good you are in the box method. Are we cooking? I think we started to cook already. I think we started to cook already. So those of you all who are watching on TikTok, you can use algebra to solve this, yes, but I am showing this to primary school students. So I'm not going to show the algebraic method. I am showing this box method, which they should be very familiar with in school. So we're going to race through this and we'll come up to some difficult questions. I haven't seen the questions yet. I have not. So if I come up to a particular difficult question and I stick real plenty, you all will get to see how I brainstorm the question, right? So the excess is going to be 7 plus 6. This pen writing real weird. The excess is 13. No. 6 and 6 is 12 and 7 is 19. So the next thing you want to do is remove the excess so you can get ready to share equally. So if I remove the excess, is 52 minus 19. That's like 52 minus 20, but then add back 1. So that's 32 plus 1, 33. Gonna 33, ladies and gents. And that is being shared now in these 3 boxes here. 1, 2, 3. So I can say that 3 of these is equal to 33. So one of them, when you find for one, that's a dividing process, a division process, that's 11. I feel this is not my pen enough. I feel my kids type my pen enough. I feel one of them children take my pen, Lubia. So anyhow, so this is 11. What is this? Chocolates? Chocolate. So how much does Ava receive? Ava receives 11. Let me see something here. Let's see if I can find this pen. You know, before I left this trip, I think I hid my pen somewhere because my youngest son like to come and hide my pen all over. I think I take in front and hide it from him, but now like I can't find it for myself. Maybe is that what's going on? Alright, we're still going to push with this pen for time's sake so we could keep our rhythm. Who on the prayer committee keep praying for this pen, right? Look how it's writing 11. In a grocery store, the total number of apples and oranges are 180. There are 26 fewer oranges than I can't read properly right now. Fewer apples than oranges. So which one is more? Apples, oranges is more. Oranges is more by 26. So apples, oranges, put a box. Oranges has a plus 26 on it. That's the excess, so we can remove that excess. As 180 minus 26, that's 154. And the 2 of them stand for that, right? So 2 boxes stand for this 154 now after I've removed the excess. So 2 boxes stand for 154. So 1 box will be 77. Yeah, 77 fruits. So how many oranges? 77 plus 26 is how much? So oranges is equal to 1 box plus 26, which is 77 plus 26. 103? 103. Ladies and gentlemen, Chef Kerwin is on duty today. How do you like what temperature would you like your meal prepared? Would you like it medium rare? Well done. Number 3. Maya measures the height of 2 towers. Somebody in TikTok said CXC about to kill me this year. I just here to reminisce. I'm coming up with, hey, CXC students, how many of you all have brothers, sisters, cousins doing CXC maths this year? If you have a brother, sister, cousin, auntie, uncle doing CXC maths this year, tell them we're coming back at 8 p.m. for a late night grind. Tune in, lock in. A lot of them have mock exams next week. Maya measures the height of 2 towers. The combined height of the 2 towers is 95.4. The first tower. So let's put first, let's put second. The first tower have a 12.8 excess compared to the second. And we want to remove that excess. Remove the excess. I'll catch this rhythm. Most likely you will get one like this. So sometimes you could revise a whole bunch of unequal sharing, and this is the height. This is as far as it goes. But sometimes it could come really scary, right? So I want to prepare you if it comes really scary. 6 to 82.6. So that 82.6 stands for the 2 boxes, just like before. So 2 boxes equal 82.6. So one of the box is 82.6 divided by 2, which is 41.3 meters. And that's this box. What is the height of the second tower? So the second tower is just 1 box, which is 41.3 meters. Now, parents, you might see me moving at a rapid pace through this and thinking, oh my gosh, I understand, but I wonder if my child understands. Well, they're supposed to be understanding this at this time in the game. They're supposed to be understanding it, right? You see most of the chat getting it out very quickly. So this is the common way, and I have really popularized this method maybe about 4 years ago. So I'm glad to see that a lot of people have adopted this method. So 41.3. Maybe like maybe like 6 years ago. Jordan has 80% of the amount of money. Before that, we weren't doing that much of this. What really going on here? Who scribble up on this thing so why? Oh, I guess somebody was working it out. I guess the solutions came true. Let's just do the question for ourselves, right, ladies and gentlemen? I guess what are we trying to say? That this is a monster question? But I'm only seeing it going for 2 marks. So it can't be that bad. Jordan has 80% of the money that Riley has. So 80% mean 8 out of 10 or 4 out of 5, right? Keep that in mind. Tessa has half, so we have half there. Important. If Riley has 36 more than Tess, how much money does Jordan have? Ooh, yeah, boy. Jordan has 80% of the amount of money that Riley has. Tessa has half the amount of money that Jordan has. This is Riley, Jordan, and Tessa. Lord. If Riley has 36 more than Tess, how much does Jordan have? Okay, so let's line up Riley and Tessa. Because in Tessa, right? And on equal sharing, anytime you get a quantity, you're trying to figure out what that quantity is equal to. This is a hard one. Ladies and gentlemen, we reach into hard land here. This is a tough one, right? So I am thinking to put Tessa has 36 more than, if Riley has 36 more than Tessa. So I need to line up Riley and Tessa and then Jordan, right? I'm thinking to kind of come up with some kind of fraction in the diagram to kind of match them up. Tessa has half the amount Jordan has. So if this is Jordan, this is Tessa. And now how is Tessa related to Riley? Jordan has 80% of the amount of money Riley has. Which means if Jordan has 4 pieces, Riley would have 5 pieces. Do you know why I came up with that idea? Tell me if you know why I came up with that idea. So, and Tessa would have 2 pieces. I think I did it. See if you could understand where the fractions kind of cook up in my mind there. Let's see if it works. So Jordan has 1, 2, 3, 4 parts compared to Riley's 5 parts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means Jordan has 4/5 the amount Riley has. Yes. Tessa has half the amount Jordan has. Tessa has 1, 2 parts compared to Jordan's 4 parts. And now we're saying that Riley has 36 more than Tessa. What's the difference here? How many parts is it differing by? How many parts is Riley differing by here? Riley is differing to Tessa by 3 parts. It means these 3 parts stand for the $36. Cooking! That you know you call that? You call that cooking. It means 3 parts represents $36. So 1 part would represent 36 divided by 3 is $12. See if all you're lucky in there. Everybody press like on the video. Some of y'all will be watching this on TikTok. Some of y'all will be watching this on YouTube Student Hub or YouTube Kerwin Springer. And you know it go TikTok. I normally close y'all off before we finish so y'all can pop over on the YouTube. If you're watching this on TikTok, feel free to press like. Tell your SEA student, your SEA sibling to lock in. Now we need to figure out how much money does Jordan have, but we already solved for one of these parts. One of these parts is $12, ladies and gentlemen. So Jordan has 4 parts. So 4 times 12 is $48. Just to recap, I reduced this 80% to this fraction in its smallest terms. That is pro moves. Pro tips are given you there. See that percentage? Fraction that on one time. 4 to 5. So Jordan has 4 parts compared to Riley's 5 parts. And that's how I was able to get this fraction represented. And then Tessa has half as Jordan. So if Jordan has 4, Tessa will have 2. And then the difference between Tessa and Riley is 3 parts, which stands for $36. So therefore 3 parts equal 36. 1 part is 36 divided by 3 is equal to $12. And we cook from there on. If you are a member of this kitchen, if you are a fellow chef, say hello. Are you cooking as well? Why are they giving me the diagrams here? What's really going on here? Okay, I don't think them diagrams supposed to be there. I think that was an error that came through from the solutions. The larger number, the sum of two numbers is 300. The larger number is five times the smaller number. What is the value of the larger number? So let me show you how this is done. All right, lock in everybody, lock in. So this is session number 10. If you have viewed all these sessions out, each session is giving you 10 XP, 10 EXP, 10 experience points. So you know what is XP? All of these gamers, you know what is XP, right? EXP. Each session gives you 10 XP. How many XP, EXP points do you have out of 100, ladies and gentlemen? If you're missing some EXP, go back and watch the recording. So the larger number is 5 times the smaller number. So this is the smaller number, smaller. Let's do it horizontal for kicks, right? I know some of you all like to do it horizontal. Shout out, Nikolai. And there's the larger number here. And the larger number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the smaller number. And then the larger number, 5 times the smaller number. What is the value of the larger number? Well, all the parts, how much parts we have in all? 5 times plus the 1 time. So that's 6 parts represent the total, which is 300. 1 part would be 300 divided by 6, which is 50. And then the larger number is 5 parts. So larger is equal to 250 now. Or most, and I put dollars, it's just numbers. Most unequal sharing questions can be double checked. Meaning you can take the answer and plug it back in, and you can see if your answer is working out. So I'll leave that up to you. That's an exercise for the viewer. Next question. A farmer harvested 101 coconuts. Yeah, I just mute my mic to sneeze and clear my throat and thing. So a farmer harvested 101 coconuts and shared them among 3 workers. Worker A receive. I don't know this is going to be a boxers here. We don't want to box up this. Worker A received twice as many coconuts as worker B. So I'm going to put 2 here and put 1 there. I could be wrong. I might have to fix this later on. Worker C received 17 more than B. C gets what B get plus 17. I was good to go. Good to go. You all understand these diagrams, boy? We cooking. A gets twice as much as B. Worker C receives 17 more than B. So there's an excess. The excess is 17. So let's remove the excess. And you know how we do it? You know, this is like the salt move here. You always have to put salt in your dishes most of the times. So, what is that, boy? 484. So after we remove the excess, is 84 coconuts we have. 84 coconuts. So, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4 parts need to share 84 coconuts. 4 parts is 84. 1 part, finding for 1, unitary method. It's a division process, so that's 21. And how many did worker C receive? Well, if one of these boxes is 21, then C gets the box plus 17. That's 21 plus 17 is 38 coconuts. 38 coconuts, and we press. We're moving forward. Next dish. We in a restaurant here and we just serving the customers. This is a 5-star restaurant. Haley went to Starbucks and ordered 4 frappuccinos. When I go to schools, they love to give me Starbucks cards because I used to be drinking. I kind of stopped the Starbucks now for reasons. But still getting a good bit of Starbucks gift cards. So I need to start to give me healthy gift cards now. If I'm in a school, I want fruit baskets. Understand? So I bring that home for my wife and we gotta eat that. Trying to stay away from the frappuccinos and the iced lattes that cost $199 in total. 1 iced latte is $9.50 cheaper than a frappuccino. What is the cost of 1 frappuccino? Hold on. This is too much. I need to go back through this again. 4 frappuccinos, 3 iced lattes that cost $199 in total. 1 iced latte is $9.50 cheaper than a frappuccino. Well, there's a difference here, you know. There's a difference totaling up here. I can do it in a few ways. I can let me do it in the most popular way. I think this might be the most popular way I'm going to approach this. I'm going to 950 cheaper means who is more expensive? The Frappuccino, right? The Frappuccino is equal to the cost of the iced latte plus 950. Making sense? Iced latte plus 950. The frap is the iced latte plus 950. Iced latte is 950 cheaper than the frappuccino. So the frappuccino is really like basically an iced latte and then you throw on a $950 on it. $9.50. So far so good. Now what you are going to do, watch this play. So I'm going to change all these frappuccinos to iced lattes. This is really what? 4 iced lattes plus 4 times the 950. Are we cooking, chat? Are you understand the recipe here? You understand your message over? So 4 frappuccinos. Remember, 1 frappuccino is really an iced latte plus the 950. Because the frappuccino is $9.50 more expensive than the iced latte. So if I see 4 frappuccinos, that's like 4 iced lattes plus 4 950s. We cooking. So this is really 4 iced lattes plus 4 times 950 plus 3 more iced lattes, and that's equal to $199. Now 4 times 950 is the same as like 4 times 10 and then you minus $2. 50, right? So that's what? That's $38. And 4 and 3 is, so you have 7 iced lattes, because 3 and 4 make 7 iced lattes plus 4 times 950, that's $38, is equal to $199. Do you see where I'm going with this? Are you seeing the vision? I'm going to take away that excess $38. That's the excess. That's 4 950s. I'm going to remove that from the total and then divide to find for the price of 1 iced latte, and then I'll be able to figure out the price of a frap. So let's remove that excess. I can actually keep this in this nice, this is a kind of algebra format without this distinctly using the algebra symbol. 38, sorry, it's not divided, it's minus 38. So I'm getting a 1 here, a 6 here, and a 1 there, and hopefully that number is divisible by 7, otherwise we're in some problems. And maybe it's kind of divisible by 7 going into that, how much times, people? Yeah, I think it is. So if that 7 iced latte is 161, how much is 1 iced latte? 1 latte is going to be 7 into 161, 7 into this 2 remainder 2, not 3, $23. So far so good. So therefore 1 iced latte is $23. So how much is 1 frap then? How much is 1 frap? I've seen a lot of people getting it out. Some people having struggles. You may need to watch it over. I'll keep going at a certain pace, but I'll be tracking back every now and then to help. Yeah, that 23 is for the iced latte they asked. That's for the frappuccino. Every time you finish an unequal sharing question, you need to watch and make sure you answer the question. Any question in SE, you need to treat it like that. So 1 frappuccino is the 23 plus we need to add back 1 of the 950s. So according to the chat, that is 32.50. I'm not even going to bother to double check that. I just know this chat could add real good. Look, TikTok had the same thing too. What? We are 156 people on TikTok. Big up. I think that's the biggest number we get on TikTok for this SEA series. I think so. Next question. Next dish. The combined weight of Gary, Simone, and Nicole is 46 kilograms. Gary is 6 kilograms heavier than Simone, and Simone is 7 kilograms. All right, this is let's box this up. Let's box this up. Gary, Simone, Nicole. Combined weight is 46 kilograms. 1 second. How heavy is the average 11-year-old in kilograms? 30. I know that. These people, these are babies. These are babies, are there? Gary, Simone, and Nicole are babies. The combined weight of Gary, Simone, and Nicole, the average weight of an 11-year-old in kilograms is like about 40 kilograms. They are like 3, so they're a real small boy. Anyhow, let's go back to the question. So Gary is 6 kilograms heavier than Simone. So immediately I'll put a box by Gary, a box by Simone, but I'll put a +6 here. And let's see if I need to edit this. Gary is 6 kilograms heavier than Simone is 7 kilograms lighter than Nicole. So Nicole is like -7. Now there's a way to work with it like this. You just balance the excess and you add back the 1 and then you divide by 3. But I don't want to complicate it for now. If I come across a question that's really miserable, I'll show you how to use that method. But generally, you could always show you how to do that now, boy. Nah, I'll keep it positive. Generally, you could always edit this. So if you see Nicole has the lowest weight, what I will do is put this for Nicole, add 7 for Simone. Simone is, oh, actually I was wrong. Simone is lighter than Nicole. So Nicole is not the lightest. So we didn't even need to do it. Gary is 6 kilograms heavier than Simone, and Simone is 7 kilograms lighter than Nicole. So I have to put a +7 there. I was wrong. I thought Simone is 7 kilograms more than Nicole. So we good. It's just excess all the way. Double check it again, everybody. We could always double check after you finish your box diagram to make sure it makes sense, right? Gary is 6 kilograms heavier than Simone? Yes. And Simone is 7 kilograms lighter than Nicole? Also yes. So Simone is really the base diagram here. So then the excess is, what's your total excess? The excess is 6 plus 7. Who come up with these questions, boy? You just have no mercy on me today, boy. So when you remove the excess, why am I seeing those numbers so often? I need to have a word with these question creators. You're going to get 33 kilograms. And then 3 of the boxes equal 33 kilograms. So 1 box is equal to 33 divided by 3 is equal to 11 kilograms. You all think I should take a little moment and ban somebody 6-7 people? Or do you feel I should take a 2 minutes and go on a banning spree? What is the permanent ban? And they can never talk on this channel again for the rest of their life. What is Nicole's weight? So Nicole's weight is going to be the box plus the 7. So that's going to be 11 plus 7 is 18. I'll get the 18 kgs. Chat, am I cooking? I think I'm cooking. Yeah, let me hit a 2-ban here. Imagine you still writing that after. I'll give me a little second there, cleaning up my YouTube. Putting a couple of in a timeout. Just freeing up the chat a little bit there. All right, let me go. So we cooking. Jarrell has 10 Pokemon cards. Rhea and Chanel's Pokemon cards are the square of Pokemon Girl. You have permission to be using them names in SEA questions. The square of square. All right, Jarrell has 10. So it was literally given 10, right? Let's not put a box to confuse. Let's just put 10 because we know he has 10. And Rhea and Chanel cards are this. Is it combined? Yeah, I think it's combined. So Rhea and Chanel combined together is the square of 10. 10 squared is 100. And Rhea has 24 more than Chanel. How many cards? Okay, so let's remove that excess. Remove the excess. Now the square of 10 is 100. So 100 minus 24, 76. And 2 parts equals 76. So 1 part is 76 divided by 2. 38. That's Chanel. Chanel doesn't have anything to add back. So therefore Chanel has 38 cards. Cake and ice cream. Move on. I can't believe it. We are number 10 already. I feel like we're mashing up these unequal sharing, boy. Now, if you want more practice in unequal sharing and you need a little breakdown and thing, there's quite a few videos I have on unequal sharing that you could go back and watch, right? So you go back and watch your... I skipped a question. I don't think I skipped any question. Let's scroll up and see. One. Oh yeah, I did. I did skip a question. What was Gary's weight? So Gary's weight, that person spot that way, is the box plus 6. 11 plus 6 is 17 kg. I skipped a part of a question. There we go. There we go. A bakery. You all want a quiz at the end of this life? A quiz? I can make up a quiz for you all. Quick quiz, like an algorithm quiz. A bakery made oatmeal cookies and chocolate chip cookies. The total number of cookies made was 216. The number of chocolate chip cookies were 5 times the number of oatmeal cookies. This is an easy one. So we have chocolate chip and oatmeal cookies. So let's put C for chocolate and O for oatmeal. Chocolate was 5 times. This is just like what we did before. 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the 1 oatmeal. So 6 parts is equal to 216. 1 part is 216 divided by 6. Chocolate chip cookies is 5 of that, right? So it's going to be 216 divided by 6 multiplied by 5. So let's see what this is. 6 goes into 6 one time, 6 goes into this 3 time remainder. 3, 6 goes into 36, 36. So 36 times 5. 36 times 5 is 180. 180 cookies. And we move. We're moving. We reach half mark there. Half mark has been reached. 3 pirates, Zephoria, Shemuel, and Rival. Pirates, yes. Are sharing gold coins. All right, pirates. Zephoria has 95 coins. Shemuel has 77, and Rivaldo has 53. Well, they just gave you the answer. So how it is when you need to share it up. You need to share it up now. You need to share it up now, ladies and gents. So how many coins should Zephoria and Shemuel give to Rivaldo so that all pirates have the same number of coins? Rivaldo has the least. So let's get the total. The total is, because we want to get the average after we get the total. That's the plan. The total is 225. And the average... So when you add this up, we get 225. The average is 225, the sum, the total, divided by the number of items. What's the total? 225 divided by number of items is 3. 3 goes into that 75 times. So 75 coins. Everybody should have 75 coins. And let's stop robbing Rivaldo, man. So... how many coins should Zephoria and Shemuel? Zephoria, you need to give, you have 95, but you need to have 75. So let's subtract the 75. You need to give 20. And Shemuel, well, we know he just need to give 2, right? Shemuel gives 77 minus the 75. He gives 2. So if you get 2 and 20 and that goes to Rivaldo, he will also have 75 and everybody will be put on 75. So 20 and 2 is the answer. So Zephoria must give 20 coins and Shemuel must give 2 coins. That's how you do that type of question. It's popular. It's popular. Press like. Everybody pressed like. Are we all liked up? Take a moment and share it. Copy the link, share it with your friend. Let's get this next question. And the combined capacity of water tank ABC is 459.6 liters. So that's a total. Combined, yes, combined. The capacity of tank B is 27 more than A, and tank C holds. Now, why they had to give me a 0.6, boy? They wicked, boy. 15.6 more than tank B, so 27, and then I put the 15.6 on top. You'll understand that? Let's read it over and see if it makes sense now. Tank B is 27 more than tank A. Tank C holds 15.6 less. Oh, geez. So I could do a little trick here. About to do a trick here. Is less than tank B, right? So I'm going to say that 27 now with that minus that 15.6. Very sneaky. I'll let you tell nobody. So 15.6. I'm going to minus this now. I'll get 4 here. And 1. And 1. 11.4. So instead of 27, how about I put 11.4 there? What about that? What about that, cooks? I feel like a special sauce I just release on the food day, boy. I think we cook in there. No, there's another way to do it. So some of y'all may have had this version. So you would have tank A, tank B, tank C, and then you realize that actually, I'm not too sure what you ought to do. Tank C holds 15.6 more less than B. And B has 27 more. So I'd put 15.6 here, give this 15.6 as well, and then put the 27 on top of this. And then when you're removing the excess, you had to account for all of that. So some of you all may have had this version. You remove all of this, then when you remove, you divide it by 3, and then you'll add back up. You get the same answers, eh? You'll get the same answers. It will be correct. Same way, same how. But I like this move. I find this move as very sneaky. In a good way. So the excess is now 27. Wait, let me make sure. Tank C holds 15.6 less than tank B, and tank B has 27 more than A. Yes. So the excess is 27 plus 11.4. So I'm getting 483, 38.4. So when I remove the excess, I'm getting 459.6 total minus the 38.4. I'm getting a 2 here, a 1 there, a 2 there, and a 4. 42.2. And that represents 3 parts. The 3, because I removed the excess, so it's just these 3 boxes now, is equal to 4. I say 42.2 is 421.2. So 1 box is equal to 3 into 421.2. 1, 14, 4. 140.4. So far, so good. So far, so good, class. 140.4. And then, what is the capacity of tank B? So tank B is going to be the box which you just found. The box is 140.4. And then you're going to have to add back that 27. So it's 140.4 plus 27 is 167.4 liters. Love it. Love it. We managed to come out without getting damage in this question. Guys, I passed for St. Benedict's because of this guy. Take him serious. Big up your whole self, Alex. People can get banned on TikTok too. You're careful. Careful. There's another part to this. Is there another part? What is the capacity of tank C? Well, tank C is going to be the box plus 11.4. So you get 140.4 plus 11.4. And there's going to be an 8 here. 151. 151.8. Rate out of 10, how much you'll understand this question. This may have been the hardest one we do so far. Hardest unequal sharing done so far. Good. 8s, 10s, 9.57s. It was a tough one. Definitely one to check over. So a charity organization received 319 canned goods to distribute among 3 local shelters. Remember to do over the questions for yourself. Those of you all in the future, you could pause the video, do it for yourself, and then let it go and see if you can get what I got. Check out my techniques. There's a lot of the things that I do may look a certain way, but I have a reason for everything that I do. So, I'm not explaining myself. Just following my flow word for word is a good idea. To distribute among 3 local shelters. The largest shelter receives 6 times as many cans as the smallest shelter. So you have a small, a medium, and a large. And the largest receives 6 times as much. Ran out of space, so I'll do it like this. The medium shelter receives 4 times as many cans as the smallest. So let's just put you stacked up like that. How many cans? Well, this is just one stack can down the road. It's just I don't know excess here. There's just boxes upon boxes. This is ratio idea. Anybody was able to come up with their boxes like this? 4 for the medium, 1 for the small, 6 for the large in terms of the ratio, how we proportion it out. So 4 and 6 and 1 is 11. So 11 of these equal 319. So the question is, how much times can 11 go into 319? Well, I know you can go into 3 to the 1 2 times, right? Remainder something, remainder 10. Hold on, it's not working out. No, remainder 9. Ha ha ha. So 29 times. So 29 times. So how many can goods did the small size shelter receive? Small? No, medium size shelter. How I read and say small and it's a big M for medium. What is going on? I didn't get much sleep this morning. I had to get my chance. So medium is going to be this times 4 of them we have. So 29 times 4 is 36 plus 80, 116. 116. How are you feeling about that? I'm feeling okay about that. That feels good. Feel alright. 116 canned goods there. We passed the half mark there, y'all. What's the time? How are we looking for time? Y'all appreciating this unequal sharing workshop. I feel like I will do one other session on Friday and probably one more Sunday revision, and that's it. But I'm not too sure. I think this Sunday revision, it's carded for PEP. We push back the PEP. And PEP is back to multiple choice. That's so nice for this. Let me bring up myself closer on the screen there. How you do that again? Anybody from here? Anybody from this country? If you're from this country, say Wagwan. So I'm going to be doing that exam next week. So SEA people, I know you really like to see SEA all the time, but I might have to take a little pause and do PEP, which is easier than SEA, but it'll be a little more revision. The total, it will serve like revision for the SEA and NGSA folks. The total number of books owned by teachers and students is 420. Teachers have 60 more. All right, so we're back to being easy again. 60 more. So we're going to remove that excess. You all finished the question already? So 420 minus the 60, and you get 360. Yeah? So these 2 boxes stand for 360. So 1 box will stand for 360 divided by 2 is 180. So therefore, many of the teachers have the teachers. The teachers going to have 180 plus the 60. Good old number. Just now, let me see if I see nothing saying that in the chat. 240, yes. We have 240 in the chat. 240. That was an easy one. 240 bucks. Another one. In a cooking contest, Liam bakes 120 muffins. There were 3/5 of the number of muffins baked by. This was 3/5. So it represents 3/5 of what Noah baked. How many muffins they bake all together? So Liam is 120. So 3/5 represents 120. So the whole, meaning this is how much Noah did, is going to be 120 multiplied by the reciprocal, 5 over 3. Did this so many times. 3 into 120 is 40 times 5 is 200. 200 muffs. So Liam baked 120 and Noah baked 200. So the total is going to be 200 plus the 120, 320 muffins. And this one was not equal sharing really. It's more like fractions. We didn't share anything. Did we share anything? Kinda. 320 muffins. Everybody, but if anybody from Tobago crew, make some noise. Light up some emojis if you're from Tobago. Anybody from Tobago? You're from Tobago, shout out which part of Tobago you're from, what school you're from. Shout out the name of your actually, don't put the name of your neighbor. I was going to say shout out your neighbor name, but your neighbor mightn't like that. Your stationery shop sells pens and markers. Each marker costs $10 more than each pen. Alex bought 5 markers and 3 pens, so this is similar to the one that we did earlier. Y'all remember how I get? So if you're from Tobago, say yeah. Anybody from San Fernando? Anybody from Princestown? Anybody from Point Fortin? Anybody from deep south in Trinidad that they need to take a passport to reach down there? A stationery shop sells pens and markers. Each marker costs $10 more than each pen. Alex bought 5 markers and 3 pens. You're going to see me cook again. This was a very exquisite dish. Pay attention. So each marker is $10 more than each pen, which means one marker can be represented as a pen plus 50. No, plus 10. $10 more. So one marker secretly is really a pen plus $10. So if I have 5 markers, that's secretly 5 pens. That's 5 and not S pens. 5 pens plus 5 times 10. So that's really 5 pens plus $50. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? If one marker is really, let's just make sure that each marker is $10 more than each pen. Yeah. So one marker is 10 plus a pen. So 5 markers will be 5 pens plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. I hope I count 5 to 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. 50, right? And what we do that way? What's the plan again? Oh yeah. So instead of saying 5 markers plus 3 pens is equal to $162, those 5 markers really stands for 5 pens plus $50 plus 3 pens is equal to 162. Y'all understand the P here means pen, right? So 5 plus 3 is 8 pens plus the 50, which I have to remove, that's an excess, is equal to $162. So 8 pens is 162 minus 50. Why is this coming out into 0.5? So am I getting a 0.5? 112 here. No, I think I'm good. It's all good. So $112 is the cost of 8 pens. So 1 pen is going to be 100. Did I say 108? 112. Divided by 8, it goes into that one-time remainder 3, and it goes into 32 4 times. For $14 for a pen. What was the question again? How much does each pen cost? That was the question actually. $14. If you want to get the price of the marker, it will be 14 plus 10, $24. Cooking. Are they like that dish? So if this come for SE, marks and tell them to run my marks. Yes. Let's run my marks one time. Run my marks one time. Now they have double check this. I talked about the double checking. You can use back the values and see if they work out. That's what you want to do at the end after you finish your SCA. Go back and check and see if you can get back your values. Big up Kaleem, who says he's from Jamaica. There are 900 marbles in a box. Some are blue, some are green. Half of the blue marbles are 120 more than half of the green marbles. Oh my goodness, this is the scary unequal sharing here. Lord, do I have what it takes to do this question with this little bit of sleep I have this morning? Oh gosh, boy, Mark, boy, I had to put this question inside here, boy. Half of the blue marbles are 120 more than half of the green. I have a plan for this, and always my plan I normally do for this, boy. Oh gosh. Normally kind of figure out a little something here. So like I have the blue, I have the green. Let me see if I could kind of brainstorm it and see how the method that I choose to work this out last time. Half of the blue, 120 more than half of that. So I had to make the green less. So, and I did half of the green, and then I do half of the blue. And I'm like, okay, the difference here, half of the blue is 120 more than half of the green is 120. That's that. So we have a difference here. All right, how is that helping me now? Half of the blue is 120 more than half of the green. And there's 900, so we have additional information. The total here is 900. How many blue marbles are there? I don't know. I mean, really know that. I don't know. All right, let me read it over again. So there are 900 marbles in a box. Envision them marbles. Some are blue and some are green. It look like more blue, right? Half of the blue marbles is 120 more than half of the green marbles. So that's a difference. So I can remove that as an excess too and get them to be equal. I can remove that as a difference and get it to be equal to share. Always looking for a way to share. You all seen it? Always looking for a way to share these. So in this thought exercise, right? This is 120 here. So this is a piece. This is the green, half the green plus 120. And then we'll have another. You understand? The green can fit here. This is half of the green. I cooking. The stove turn off for a second, but I think I get to turn back on the fire here. Come. Watch this. This is half the green. That's the green there, right? Plus the 120. And remember, this is the half back of the blue right here. This was the half of the blue. So I can do it again. I can say there's half of the green here. And let's just draw this 120 a little better in purple. Plus 120. So I'll set up our setups here, boy. I'll set up something nice here. Let me just see if I can erase this part here so it'll look a little more clean. Y'all understand that? You get to see me brainstorm the question there? So the blue, this is really secretly the blue, right? Remember, this was the blue all along. The blue really consists of half the green plus 120 plus the next half the green plus 120. And then we have 2 halves of the green here. And I am ready to perform. Look upon your neighbor and say, we ready to perform, neighbors? We're going to give them performance. So what we're going to say? We're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. And then there's some excess. So let's remove that excess. Remove excess. 900 minus 240. Well, how did I get 240? Because the excess is really 2 of the 120. So that was the little trick there. I had to multiply that by 2. So you get 240. Now when we remove that excess, now you have a 60 here. This would have gone to 8. So you have 660. 660. Well, be careful. How many parts does 660 represent? How many parts does 660 represents? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. Right? So 4 parts is equal to 660. And well, 1 part would be equal to 4 into 6 is 1 remainder, 2, 4. 4 into 26 is 6 remainder, 2, 165. 165. Whoo! We nearly there now. We nearly there. So far, so good. Are we cooking? I think so. So 1 part is 165 marbles. One of the half of the greens. That's what this 1 part represents. So how many blue marbles are there? Remember, this was the blue and this was the green. So the blue marbles is equal to the 240 excess plus 2 of this 165. Because this is, we have just figured out that this 165 here represents this. All of these things are 165. So two 165s plus the 240, and you should get the answer. All right, so 2 by 16, 30, 10, this is 32, 33, 30, 330 plus 240, 570. 570 marbles. It wasn't an easy question. I think this was the toughest of the day. Toughest question for the day. You take the crown there by 17, boy. Yeah, boy. Don't come back again, eh? That's enough for you. So, so that was that question. I think, did this come for SE? Something slightly like this came for SE, not as this one. This is usually comes in a certain paper that shall not be named. This style of unequal sharing. I get sent this style of unequal sharing regularly every year on the clockwork. Let me go back to the easy life now, boy. Give me something normal. Jared shares $150 between two cousins. He gives you that what I'm talking about. Older cousin, younger cousin, younger 30 get older. How much does each cousin receive? So this is the excess, it's 30, and we remove the excess. You all ready for this one? 150 minus the 30, you get the 120, and that's now the two parts. So the two parts is equal to 120. So one part would be equal to 120 divided by 2, which is $60. And then how much does each cousin receive? Oh, they want each cousin. So your younger cousin is going to receive the box. So that's $60. And just now I take that one to make sure that's still live. I need to drag this puzzle thing. All right, we're good to go there. Younger cousin is equal to $60. Older cousin is equal to box plus 30, which is equal to $90. Cooking 60 plus 30 is 90. Moving forward. Another easy question. So we have Randy. Oh no, actually it's 3 people here. Randy, Rovin, and Ria. Randy, so we had to take the time. Rovin and Ria. And they're so bad with it. These bad behaved people go on and make it so that everybody name is R. I could not R it up. 48,000 among Randy and Rovin and Ria. If Rovin receives 12,000 more than Randy and Ria. So this is Randy and Ria. And Rovin, he have an extra 12,000 sitting down there. Now don't get tired up. He's done with 24,000, just 12. You don't need to multiply by 2. That diagram is showing that he has 12,000 more than Randy. He also has 12,000 more than Ria. So humble yourself and just remove that excess. Remove the XC. Remove the excess. So 48,000 minus 12,000. That's like 48 minus 12. So that's 36,000. And then that's 3 parts. Or 3 of the boxes. 3 of those boxes would be equal to that 36,000. So one of the box, finding for one is always a division process. We've done it so many times in the last few Sundays. 12,000. So what's the question now? Share. Oh, I need to say how much each one is going to get. I probably need to say how much each one is going to get. They didn't specify. So Randy gets 12,000. Rovi gets 12 and 12, 24,000. You see? And Ria gets 12,000 as well. And we're moving. At the speed of light. I just taking in the vibe in the chat. Next. All right, I'm ready for a hard question again. All right. I'm ready for a tough question again. I'll shake off that other question. Share 84 boxes of pizza between Andre and Ronaldo if Andre has to deliver 18 more boxes of pizza than Ronaldo. Wait, this is still easy. Ronaldo, Andre are hoping to see a tough one come up there now. 18 plus 18. So you're going to remove the excess. Remove the excess. I don't want to see nobody who subscribed to my channel and watching this unequal sharing and the years, the weeks before get this kind of question wrong. Because it's the same thing we're doing over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? 84. This is the style that usually comes in NGSA. Any NGSA student here? If you're from Guyana, say yeah, yeah. So this is usually as far as it goes in Guyana. And you don't see much unequal sharing coming up in other countries. So just Trinidad and Guyana want to be special with these kind of questions. So 66. So these two parts is equal to 66. So one part is equal to 66 divided by 2. I can do that mentally. It's 33. And I need to share it, so I need to see how much each person will get. So, who boy? Ronaldo, he gets 33. And Andre, sorry, bro, Andre, but I renamed it. But 33 plus 18 sounds like a 51. Somebody had 53 there. Don't feel like see up for 53 there. What's the name? No one fine, yeah. You nearly set me up with that 53 and that 55 there, boy. I guess PEA because sometimes I just be making mistake too. It's okay to make a mistake in maths. Don't worry. I get shiny. Yeah. So 51. 33 plus 18 is 51. All day, every day. And let's keep moving. A seller distributes 197 pies equally among 7 cafes. However, 2 of the cafes each receive 4 more pies than the others. That's indicating some excessness there. Some excessisms going and take place here. How much excess is that? Excess. I can visualize the 7 cafes and the 2 of them are the 4. So that's excess equals to 2 times 4 is equal to 8. So let's remove that excess and then proceed to share. You're all able to do this one without drawing the box. 197 minus 8. That sounds like 189 to me. 189. Hopefully. And then we need to 7 cafes now. Now we can share evenly. So 1 cafe is going to be 7 into 189. 7 goes into this 4 times 47. 47. So how many do the remaining 5 cafes receive? So if 1 cafe is getting 47, that's with all the excess. The 5 cafes will get 47 times 5. 47 times 5 is 235. Sorry, not 47, 27. 27. I write 4 by accident, boys. 7 into 18 is 2 remainder 4. About 4 remainder 4. Oh, when I check back this number and I realize I get more pies than the total, I don't know I make a mistake. So 5 twos are 10, 235. 135 pies. You see why I didn't make other person say 53? Because sometimes it's right nonsense. This is why you need to check over. This is why I need to check over, right? How much did the 5 cafes each receive? Or let's say each. Now let's see what they have by the answer. They just have pies. The word each here is kind of making me feel like I should put 27. How many pies do the remaining? But the word remaining 5 cafes. That each there is very pronounced. I'll use this number. I'll use the 27. How many pies do the remaining 5 cafes each receive? If they just had receive, I'll put this one. Since they say each receive, I'm not going to bother with the multiply by 5. I'm just going to give them the 27. Are you agree? That each sound like they want it per one by one. What is the time? The time is 2:04. How many questions do we have? Let's take a question reveal. 25 questions and reach question 22. The end is in sight, ladies and gents. These should be the big boys, the bad boy questions now. So take a deep breath. Empowerment by Diana. School has 540 students. 1/3 of the students are in the sports club and the rest are in the music club. In the music club, there are 4 times as many advanced students as beginner students. The number of beginner students in the sports club is equal to 5. That question is just like the pitch lake, boy. Don't want to stop it. Just keep going. Oh, so this is a question you need to take it step by step. So you see that first line? Let me deal with that first line first now. First things first. A school has 540 students in total. So the total is 540 because they said 500 students in total. So that means the total is 540, right? because they say 540 students in the total. So that means the total is 540. Right. 1/3 of the students are in sports club. So sports club is going to be 1/3. And I know that number is divisible by 3. 5 and 4 make 9. Remember, we did that trick. 3 into 5, 1. Remainder 2, 8. 180. Yeah. 180 makes 54. What's this? Students? Good. Now we can proceed. And the rest are in music club. So music club has to be 540 minus 180, which is 360. In the music club, so you see how we reach here now and kind of figure out everything before. So this was a question, you need to take it piece by piece. I know these kind of questions, take them piece by piece, TikTok, trust me on that one. So 360, yeah, where are we? There are 4 times as many advanced. So we dealing with the music club now. Advanced is 1, 2, 3, 4 compared to the beginner, which is just 1. And we do this kind of thing already. The number of beginner students in the sports club, oh geez, it's a beginner in the sports club too, is 5/8 of that, of the beginners in the music club. This question just tried to tie up with a bunch of different parts, but you just needed to take it piece by piece. We ready for questions like this too? We ready for everything? We not afraid? We not afraid? We ain't afraid, ready. All right, so the beginner, so wait, let's get the beginner here. Remember, this is 1 out of 5 total, right? So a way that students do this is sometimes they put 1/5 times 360, which works. Or you could have said, okay, 5 parts is 360, and then find for 1, and then, well, that's the beginner. You divide by 5. So any way that you want to do this, do it, right? So you get 72. 72. 72 is the number of students in the beginner. But the beginners in the sports club is 5/8 of that 72. So how many beginners in the sports club? Last calculation, ladies and gents. So beginners, how do you spell beginners again? Beginner, right? Beginners in sports club is 5/8 times 72. Sometimes you have to double check, boy. Sometimes you just forget how to spell Wednesday and thing on a good day. This is, what is this? 9. So 5 9s are 45. 45 students. There was just a bunch of calculations. So we did a bunch of sharing here. And it was more a fractions question than anything. It wasn't so unequal sharing-ish. But it was more a fractions question than anything. Good job for those of you who were able to figure it out. There are 123 bottles, glass and water. Half the number of glass bottles is 60%, is 60 more than, trying to read too fast. There are 123 bottles, glass, and plastic in a warehouse. So we're dealing with glass and we're dealing with plastic. Half the number of glass. Don't tell me this is the next one like before. Because I'm ready for this now. I was prepped, I primed up. It's 60 more than 20% of the plastic. Well, they use a different fraction this time. Sneaky. I'll give them that. They use a different fraction this time, 1/5. So now I have to go and recalibrate how I'm doing this. Okay, so half the number of glass bottles is 60 more than 20%. All right, let's first I'll draw the glass bottles like this on that nice big system here. By the way, I used to give these questions to my advanced students and they couldn't do it. Meaning students in secondary school actually get challenged to do these types of questions. Half the number of glass bottles, 60 more than 1/5 the number of plastic. But I don't know, plastic could be more. Could be a little more, right? Seems so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we all will be revealed shortly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why I divide this in 5? Why I divide the plastic in 5? Because they say 1/5, right? And I'm very interested in this 1/5 here. So what they are saying is that half the number of glass stands for 1/5 of the plastic, This is the plastic here, right? 1/5 of the plastic plus what? Plus 60. I could put the plus 60 in the purple. Like, remember last time I used purple for that? Let's put the purple. Plus 60. So half the number of glass is 1/5 of the plastic plus 60. And then there's a next half a glass to deal with here. So this is the 1/5 of the plastic plus another 60. You see that question from before? It prime up for this question, boy. I'm ready for them anyhow. They bring this question, and you should be too, right? This is a scary unequal sharing. But now, tables, my, how have the tables turned? It's the question like it afraid are we. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts plus some excess. So let's get rid of the excess. The total excess is now all right. Somebody need a little bandy. Yeah, you're not smart with them kind of sneaky comments, you know. Take a little time out there, Nathan. You're saying silliness. Is Nathan parents nearby? Pull out the keyboard. Pull out the keyboard from Nathan's computer. You need a little breather. Just give him a mouse and a monitor and he good too. He don't need the keyboard right now. So total excess is 123 minus 60. I'm writing total excess by Nathan, boy. Remove excess. I blame Nathan for that. Remove excess. 1023 minus the 60. Which is how much again, boy? How this is work? I don't even know how to think of this. I know this should be a 7 here, right? This will be 9. 4. Nathan, what do you think, boy? What do you think when I'm trying to do this mentally, but like my mind block right now. 60, right? 67. 60 and 60 is 6 and 6 is 12. No, 50. 70. Whatever that is, I run out of steam there. I run out of steam. I run out of steam. Let's check it again. Wait. Somebody said I need to check it. Wait. 60 half. Somebody said to double check it. There are 123 glass and plastic. So glass and plastic, half the number of glass. Do I have it the wrong way? Half the number of glass bottles is 60% more than 20. 20 is 1/5. Half the number of glass is 60, not percent, 60 more than 20%. No, I think I could. 60 and 60 is odd. I'm minusing 60, I should minus 120. But other than that, I good. The total excess is, that is because of Nathan. Nathan and his keyboard derail me there. See, I wanted to find total excess and right, that's what I have. I wanted total excess here. And I was going and add it up, and then I end up removing excess after I deal with Nathan. Right, and now catch it. So remove excess. That's why it wasn't even working out mentally. Because my mind knew I'm not supposed to be doing that. Minus 120. Now, this feeling better. This feeling better. Nathan, how dare you? How dare where is my Nathan? Right now, Nathan can defend himself. Keyboard gone. So how much is this? Is this correct now? Are we feeling good about this? So yeah, we minus, we get 903. And how much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting number. Hopefully it works out. So 7 parts now equal to 903. So 1 part, how many times 7 can go into 903? 7 goes into that 12. 7, 1 and 12, remainder 6. 3, 9, 129. What's the question? How many plastic bottles? Very close to the ending now. So, plastic bottles would be, this is 129. We discovered that this is 129. 129 times 5. So 129 times 5. 5 9 is 45. Bring the 5 there. Bring across the 4. 5 2 is 10. 14. Bring across the 1. 5 645. 645. A lot of you all had that answer from the word go. So well done. Well done. What a beautiful question. So this now takes the crown away from the other question. This has now become the toughest question that we do so far. So take the crown there, number 23. You win. We cooking? Chat. The stove back on? What, Nathan, you go and sit down in the drawing room. Come out of the kitchen. There's something very silly on the board right now. I don't know if it's that my pen didn't work. Who can spot it? More things to blame on Nathan. Nathan, I don't know if it's my... Or did I say 60 minus 60? I don't think I said that. I think I said 60 plus 60. Did I say 60 minus... Y'all was listening. Did I say 60 minus 60 is 120? Or did I say 60 plus 60 and just put that? Plus. It should be plus, right? Nathan boy. I said plus. I said plus. I said plus. Praise the Lord. I said plus. All is not lost. All hope is not lost. I can still pass SCA. Now Cody's saying I said minus. This wasn't saying you said plus. I believe I said plus. I believe in... We're spending too long on that question. Let's go on to the next question. Aidan bought 4 notebooks and 3 binders for... they will give more crazy numbers by Nathan. Nathan, you ready for this question? Aidan bought 4 notebooks and 3 binders for $385.20. Each binder costs $16.40 more than each notebook. If he wants to buy 6 notebooks and 6 binders, what will be the cost? Is there a way we can bypass finding the cost for each notebook and binder in this? Because I think I could. Yeah, I could. But is there a way we can just bypass that one time and get to the answer? Maybe as I begin to do my method, I would see it. So remember, this is similar to the question with the excess. All you don't bully Nathan now. We just, Nathan, don't go and say, don't go and report my channel to the Ministry of Education and that kind of thing. Nathan. Because remember, you look for a thing in the first place. You was typing some very naughty things that I should have banned you from the entire chat. Each binder costs $16.40 more than each notebook. So the binder is the more expensive thing, boy. What will be the total cost? I think we should work out everything. Just like before, because a binder is really a notebook plus the excess now. So one binder is 1 notebook plus $16.40. So if I said 3 binders, 3 binders is really 3 notebooks plus $16.40 times 3. So where do we go from here? 3 times 16 is 48, right? Plus 1, yeah. $49.20. Yeah. So that's 3 binders. So when you say 4 notebooks and 3 binders, running out of steam, but good thing I reached the ending question is $385.20. You're really saying that, because remember, a binder is 3 binders is 3 notebooks plus $49. You're really saying you have 4 notebooks plus 3 more notebooks. That's this up here. 3 more notebooks and $49.20. 3 notebooks. So I have 4 notebooks plus another 3 notebooks plus the $49.20. Agreed, class? Which is equal to 385.20. Anybody else tired? That we got up, we bearings, say, take a deep breath, stretch and thing, because I feeling tired, boy. But remember, I didn't really sleep. 38, 50, 20. So 7 notebooks. I find I divided by 7 regular in these questions, boy. They love to make me divide by 7 here, boy. And it's not like I really like to divide by 7, and I only do it because I have to. So this is 6, 3, 3. Are you divisible by 7, my friend? So one notebook is going to be 3, 3. Anybody like dividing by 7? Just me, just me. Not particularly fond of it. 56, 8, 48. Let's double check. 7 into 33 is 4, 28, 2, 5, 2 and 3 is 5, 56 is 48, right? So one notebook is $48. Jeez and ages. Why else doing all of this for, boy? So one notebook is $48. How much max it is? 4 max? One notebook is $48. One binder is 48 plus 49, 20. So that's going to be, I know they have a shortcut here, but I can't stop to think about it right now. 97.20. So what I want, the cost for 6 notebooks and 6 binders, I could have subtract. I think I could have subtract the way. 6 and I get 3 binders extra. And remove the 3 excess and then divide. That was the shortcut. I could have subtract. Because this is 6 note. Let me see if I think in the shortcut. We're going back to finish that question just now. But let me examine this. So 6 notebooks, 6 binders, 4 notebooks, 3 binders. What's the difference here? 3 binders. So 3 binders, but I don't know what is the number here to subtract. And I could have probably set it all up. I still would have had to find for the notebook and the binders. I'm not too sure there's a shortcut. And the time I'm spending to look for the shortcut, it's taking too long. So I might as well just work it all out. So anyhow, so if there is one notebook, how much is what they want? 6 notebooks? 6 notebooks they want and 6 binders, and it's kind of different. 6, I would end up with 2 notebooks extra too, so I didn't even see that. Yeah, so 6 notebooks. How much is 6 notebooks? Somebody multiply 48 by 6 for me and put it in the chat, because right now I'm running out of juice. And how much is 6 binders? I will do this one and you do that one, right? So 97.2. I want to multiply this by the number 6. Let's take out that 0. 6 2s 12. 6 7. 7s are 42. Plus 1 is 43. 4 there. 9s are 54. 58. Bring back the point. 583.2. What do you get? 288. So we need to add it all together now. So 288 plus 583.2 is going to be our final answer, running out of space. So the total, and how much you'll get when you add that together now? 583.2, 288. Nathan, your timeout's supposed to be finished. If you are Nathan, you could feel free to talk. Nathan, how are you feeling? Let me see if Nathan went and had a word with the Lord and decided to change his life. Nathan, how are you? Are you a new person? 8. That's not. Let me see if my answer making sense. 4 notebooks and 3 binders. How much I have one? 3 extra binders. Each binder 16. The cost? I get 871 and 20. I think I see my mistake. Now I'll just double check this over. I think I see a mistake here earlier. Let's go. And the reason I don't like the number 800, it's a little too big compared to this. It's more than double this number. And I didn't really double the number of notebooks and binders. So I spotted a mistake. Let me see if I'm correct. Watch this. So 1 binder, 1 notebook, 1640. Remember, that's the extra. So this is 3. So 4920, 3 notebooks. So it had a lot of working in this, so I had to be careful that I didn't make any mistakes, and I'm talking real plenty. 437, 490, subtract. Everything is going good here. I divided by 7 and I worked out to 48. So it looks good up to here. That's the notebook. But then when I said the price of one binder, what made me add this 4920? This is the excess to get back the binder price, right? But is that the excess? That's the excess with 3. It's supposed to be 1640 because it's 1640 more. See that? Everybody see how my red flag, the red flags went off in my mind there because of the number. This is supposed to be 1640. TikTok, are you feeling that? So let's see if this gives me a more respectable looking answer. 40. Woo! 6 and 8 is 4. 640. 6440. So now I will do this multiplication again since I multiplied the wrong thing here. 6440 by how much? 6. 6440 by 6. That's not. I don't go and ban somebody. Let's multiply this some more, sir. Go and hit somebody the ban day. All right. Just multiply it. All right. I hear you. This class don't play with the calling out by. Sir, that's the favorite thing with this class. Sir. Yeah, but you're typing so much, I can't really I need to go on my YouTube to find that person. I did. I get one. I get a bacon shark here. Bacon shark on Maracas Beach, boy. Some of my friends on Maracas Beach right now. And they real let me know that I'm missing out. But here I am teaching math. Alright, sharking, boy. Sorry, boy, sharks, boy. You're not really allowed to see them thing. Only people, them channel. Alright, so what's the number? I'm back to you now. 6.4. So what I need to change here? U. 386.4. So how much you'll get in the end? Are we cooking now? 40674. Yes, sir. What a question. This is the question with the most working. It wasn't the hardest question, but it's most working because you have to be careful. If you make a mistake, like I added on the wrong number here initially. I added on the wrong number. Okay, let's move. Last question. Everybody say last question. TikTok, this is the last one. So you know what we do in TikTok. I didn't go in and get to see this. TikTok, press follow. I will be back. I'll run the full CSEC math stream on TikTok and YouTube. So I don't think I'll cut off TikTok from that stream, but this is really a SEA question. So TikTok, if all you want to dip, all you can dip. If you want to catch this last question done, follow me on TikTok and then hop over to YouTube. Just search Kevin Spring. I'll be over here. We're waiting on you. Hold it down. I'll say goodbye to the TikTokarians. And live. And at class Kinsley and Owen, it started with the same number of pin tubes. Okay, so this is the started with the same number thing. So this is what I do for this type of unequal sharing, where they start with the same number. This start with the same number. Kinsley used 18 tubes in her portrait. Or Kinsley's a girl, I thought it was a boy, yes. So Kinsley clocked down 18. And y'all visualize that with me. I send it down. And now I'm going to send Owen down way more. And I'm going to make 18 look a little smaller. So Kinsley was like 18 gone. And Owen was like, nah, I'm going to use 42. After that, Owen has 62.5% as many tubes as Kinsley. Now, 62.5% rings a bell. Who is 62.5%? Oh, y'all wanted that quiz on you. Hey, I'm going to give you a quick quiz to see how good you are in arithmetic, right? You're going to take like 1 minute afterwards, right? So we'll see. I'm going to come up with something and just give it to you. Look out for that quiz. Yeah, 62.5%. I know that from fractions family. I used to be in that fractions family house and thing. Used to be liming for Christmas and parang. This is 5/8. 5/8. So Owen, after that, Owen has 5/8 as many as Kinsley. So in other words, I can split Kinsley's remaining into how much? 8. And that making sense? 8 pieces. And how much of that Owen has? That represents 5 for Owen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope you understand what I just do. After that, Owen has 5/8 as many as Kinsley. So what is the difference? It's kind of hard for me to show you here, but this is, let me draw easy lines. Let me use 8 out of 8 pieces here. And this is 5 out of 8 pieces. What's the difference in terms of fractions that's missing here? If you have 8 out of 8 pieces and 5 out of 8, how much is missing there? 3 parts. 3 parts is missing, right? But how much is it equal to? Well, I could say 42 minus 18. 3 parts is equal to the 42 that you use minus the 18 that you use. I'll get the difference here. 42 minus again extra for the same price here right now, Alien. That's the income free as a bonus there. 3. What I do here by cross out? Let's do 1, 4, 3, 10. Yeah, extra. So what I'm saying is that 3 parts represent 24. 3 parts represent 24. So 1 part is 24 divided by 3, which is 8. That's 8 tubes. And we basically solved the question there now. So how many tubes did they have all together at first? Well, 8 tube is 1 part, and this is 8 parts plus 18. So I can say 8 parts would be 8 by 8, which is a square number, which is 64. And the total for Kinsley is going to be the 8 parts plus the 18, which is just adding on 18 to 64, which is 82. 82 tubes. Is that the answer? Now altogether, that is very suspicious. How many pin tubes did they have all together at first? All together. So Kinsley plus his friend, remember both of them had the same thing. 82 plus 82 is 164. Ladies and gentlemen, we did an unequal sharing worksheet that went through some of the toughest unequal sharing that has showed up in either practice tests or real SEA tests. Come back to this. Go look up Kerwin Springer unequal sharing on YouTube and do some more. There's some more that I did. Quiz time, right? So let's do the quiz. So the quiz, I'm going to draw some random boxes. Get ready for the quiz, people. This is the bonus. An extra bonus. Can you imagine that? And I have some numbers that I need you to figure out here. So it looks like this. Get ready. And I'll try to see who gets the answer first. If you're ready, type ready. So you need to figure out the numbers in each of these boxes. There's going to be B, C. Let's bring it down here. Let's put D here. Now, you have to write, don't write them one by one. You have to write all of them. And there's some operations that went on here. Just now, I thinking. It's going to be very hard. Wait, how you all want it? Easy or hard? Let me know. What level you all want it at? Very difficult, very challenging? Let me see. Somebody said very challenging. Most people are saying easy. So I'm going to go with the very challenging. So you put in the number 4 here. And the operations are I don't know if anyone here would be able to get this out. You may be able to get out some, but I don't know if you will be able to get out all. So let's see if you can get these out. Let's see if there's anyone in the chat who is able to figure out this quiz. Now, it is primary school level. It's just that it's very tricky. It's very, very tricky. I don't want them one at a time. I am only looking to see if anybody has all the answers all at a time. A equal B equal C equal D equal. So I'm only seeing one at a time answers. That's not good enough. I'm seeing ChatGPT looking answers, so I'll ignore that one. ChatGPT will give you a certain style of answer. I don't want that. And I can know. I can tell. Nope, no one has the answer yet. I can see a couple people are getting there. Ooh, somebody was very close. Who was that? Somebody was very, very close just now. Josiah, he was very close. Very close. Dangerously close. I think I spotted the answer. The one who sits alone. The one who sits alone. Where is him? I hope that name not blasphemous. The one who sits alone. I'm trying to click on the one who sits alone, but they don't want me to. Alright. He got the answer. So let's work out why his answers is correct. So if we go, let's big up the one who sits alone. 4 times 10 is what? 4 times 10 is 40. So everybody got 40 for the congratulations. Plus 3. So if I'm going backwards, I need to minus 1. Minus 3. So I'll end up with 1. So everybody most of you all got these 2 out. So big up yourself. You got all those 2. But how can you multiply something by 16 and get 1? And that's where everybody was sticking. And some people was coming with some kind of chat GPT chat GPT decimals and stuff here, which is how I know that you didn't work it out yourself. Multiply something by 16 to get 1. He has the answer there, B. So if I have 1/16 and I multiply by 16, what do you think happens? 16. These 16s cancel and I get 1. So the answer for part B, this is the tough part here now. He was able to figure out that has to be 1/16. 1/16 times 16 is 1. Now, a couple people reached here. A couple people reached here, which was interesting. But some people went ahead and get 1/256 here. That's not the correct answer, because you have to go backwards now. You have to get the square root of 1/16. So the square root of 1/16 is 1/4. That was another tricky one there, because 1/4 multiplied by 1/4, if you square that, a quarter by a quarter, you actually get 1/16. So you have to get the square root coming backwards here. So that's impressive that somebody was able to figure out that. If you weren't able to figure it out, don't beat up yourself. This was very hard. This was pretty tough for primary school. All right, people. You know what time it is. It's time for some quick shout outs. Big up everybody who come here from TikTok. If you're not subscribed, press subscribe. You know, we're trying to get the channel up to like 200,000. How far are we from 200,000? I understand. I want that next one, please. Somebody say they want that next one. Big shout out to the one who sits alone. That's really good work. So shout out Sahil Mohammed. Shout out Skylar. Somebody wanted me to shout them out and I write in the name here and I see if I remember or something. Is it Abigail? Abigail from the crash course? Abigail, if you're here, big up yourself. And shout out to, yeah, I think it's Abigail. Tristan, what's up? Shout out to everyone from the Student Hub and from the Student Hub crash course, from Student Hub classes, from Miss Amanda's classes, from Miss Nalina's classes, from Miss Celine's classes. Big up Curap, Roxborough, shout out to Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent. We have a few from there. We have most people here from Guyana and Trinidad. So big up Guyana and Trinidad. We have Jamaica. Jamaica, we coming home next week. Shout out Risa, Miss Diva and Aiden. Miss Diva students always here. Newton Gill, St. Mary's Government is here. Jael. Austin, what's up? Shout out to Secret Hearts. Everybody who here with the whole class, big respect to you and your teacher. Sawa Presbyterian, I am Raquelmi. Shout out to Cameron. I'll let me sit down here and do some shout outs, man. Bringing down my desk. I'm tired stand up. I've been standing for 1 hour and 43 minutes. So shout out to anybody from Miss Dudun's classes. Avery from my class, what's up? Isabella, Jeremiah from St. Teresa, Cameron, St. Margaret's Boys, Anglican, Diamond Vale, Faris from Miss Diva class, Hi Sam from the crash course, it's Eva. What's up, Eva? Keisha, Princess Town, Presbyterian, St. Mary's, Point Kumana, Miss Diva and Miss Jack Dio, Mackenzie, Crispin, Nicole, Ariana, Arima New Government Specialist Learning Center. Shout out to Kylie, Abigail, Grant Memorial, Nicholas from the crash course with the background like him in problems. Shout out to Nicholas. Liz Huggins, Joshua, QF Presbyterian, St. Charles, RC, Freeport Hindu, Micah Boys, RC Girls School, Superior, Destiny, Azalea, Phoenix, Tabakit, RC. Big man, you need to know how to spell Tabakit. You're going to school, you don't know how to spell Tabakit. That is not how you spell Tabakit. Go and look it up. Shout out to Aidan, big up Safe helping us every Sunday. Can you bring the book to our school? Just let the school reach out to us. Big up yourself and big up Miss Diva. Miss Diva is really a gem. Shout out to her, one of the top SE8, one of the top teachers, just hands down, very dedicated teacher. Arima Gale Government, Della Ford, RC Tobago, Avani, Arima Boys, RC Anstey Memorial. Shout out to me as well. All right. I must say this. Class is real gassy up. Daniel, what's up, Daniel? Adam is here. This person's here. Higher book. Adana passes for her bet. Passy? Okay. Hope Anglican. This is my second something. Sir, can you please bring the student on book and please visit me in Guyana? Um, um, I was in Guyana yesterday, boy. Just say I knew in my class. You could have talked to me. I wouldn't be there in time to drop the book again. So, Point Kumana. Ethan, Khalifa, Sean, Dominicana, Dignity, Arima West, Tobago, Jeremiah, Jonathan, Deshaun, Dejon, Gabriela. I didn't shout you out already. I'm much shout out by Gabriela. Apparently, me and Ria go back way back. She know me from when I was pitching marbles back in 1997 and thing. Cause how she calling me by my first name, so. All right, Ria, what's up? Zane, Jordan Hill, Shemel. Shout out your son. Shout out to Zion Chavi. See you. The best sons ever. Jordan Hill Presbyterian. So my mom caught you on Facebook rating Miss. I don't know what you're talking about. Warrenville. St. Joseph's. Shout out Mrs. Springer. Yeah, shout out to Mrs. Springer. Always shouting out, big up Brielle. And also big up any my family here, Brielle. I have a cousin named Brielle. Big up Sue Sledge. Mr. Matthew. All right, so we're just doing a few more Judah from somewhere. Kingsgate Private San Francisco. Palatuve. And two more. Felicity Hindu. Kufia and Kamaya from Labre Irish. All right, take care. Love and blessings. Enjoy.